It's week 2 of the NFL, and the wait is over for this rivalry.
The second of 2 games tonight. It's the Browns and Steelers underway to wrap up week 2. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a much-discussed third-rounder in last year's draft, the second-year pro out of Cincinnati, Desmond Ridder.
And he certainly struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. We look at this Browns defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fights off the defender. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. They'll run with the undrafted rookie from TCU, Amari DiMercado. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 carries, 76 yards.
And only 7 carries in last week's game, and I just don't know how any runner can really get loose and feel like they're into the game with that few carries. You've got to get that number up to around 15.
Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the 1st down. And was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 6. On the handoff, it's DiMercado. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, with that content.
All the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nico Collins, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And this is caught by Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they run with Jacobs on first down, and he'll take this forward for about 5. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 14 carries, 56 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt, they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. And incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 9 passing offense in this one.
First catch for the NFL's catch leader after 1 week, and it's a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. The quick slant caught, and in for the Steelers touchdown. Mike Williams from 13 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Vizcaino, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The give is to DeMercado. Takes it to about the 37. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. And Stroud now to throw. He'll get this to DeMercado. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 3rd and 3. Stroud looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Quick throw to Collins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The Browns at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. York able to send this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, Ritter. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Ritter now. Pass incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Stroud working out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Here's DeMercado. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7 our score. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Stroud. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the... down. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's going to have a Browns first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Stroud off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Stroud. And he completes it to Wilson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now Stroud. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Ritter to throw on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ritter again. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Gets around him. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
First down, Browns.
Final play of the half, Stroud. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of... brought down 2nd and right at a yard. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
A run, it's DeMercado. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Stroud. Swings this out here for Cohen. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. Here's Tressway now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Browns to take over. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. On the ground, it's DeMercado. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down. Running, DeMercado. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Hands it off out of the gun. A solid stiff arm. And he'll take this into the end. here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Stroud to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Stroud looking for his running back, and he's got him. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Operating from the gun. Stroud. Touchdown, Browns. Nico Collins, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. Will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Ritter to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steelers.
On play action, here's Ritter. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Check pink, black one, yellow, Lonnie, Smith, red.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. 3rd and short, Ritter. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 119 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Stroud looking to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Josh Paschal there to bring him down. Now a 2nd and 6. And Stroud now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Stroud is going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nico Collins, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Browns are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. To the sideline and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Come on, set.
4th down, big play. Here's Ritter. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, You're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And on fourth down, they come up and take the knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, I'm going with a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Cleveland, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll drop to 0-2, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.